Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we're on Motogp 18 once again for another video, and as promised we are here for the another 2019 preview. Just a quick word before we start this video. Thanks so much for the support on the last video. I thought it was just something fun I'd try. It seems like you all really liked it, so yeah, we'll definitely be doing some more challenges like that in the future. The support on that has been really good. If you've not seen my previous video, do urge you to go check it out. It's quite fun. I tried to beat all the MotoGP bikes with a Moto2. Well, not actually beat them, but see how high up I could get. Obviously at Sachsenring to make it somewhat fair. But yeah, alright, let's get into this video. See the video that you have come here for. So obviously Alex Marquez, he's staying with Marc VDS for next season, but he's going to be partnered by Xavi Vierge. So if we have a look at Xavi, so hopefully he can go well, hopefully they can both sort of go well, because I do feel sorry for Alex Marquez. He's had a lot of bad luck this season, and obviously you know, he's been jumped by a couple of people, Morbidelli and Jean Mir, to get to MotoGP. So you know, maybe this new Triumph engine and the new electronics maybe might just give him the last little bit he needs to win the championship. But obviously in the Red Bull KTM team we have got now the reigning Moto3 world champion of Jorge Martin. So he won the championship last weekend, so it's nice for him. And we'll see Brad Binder staying on with the team also. Lorenzo Baldassarri, you can see this livery here. I was working on it, but I've not actually got around to doing the leathers. I will have to do that at some point, but it's been quite hard. And he's partnering Augusto Fernandez, who, as you can see, obviously still has the assets from Hector Barbera. So not bothered changing them, but I have changed his name. Even his picture's not right, I do need to update that. But it will be done. Obviously now in the Sky VR46 Moto2, taking Francesco Bagnaia's position is Nicola Bulega, or Bulega. Not 100% sure how it's pronounced. If you do know, let me know. This is probably the easiest one to do, because I mean, I didn't even have to change his letters. I had to just change where it says KTM to say Calyx. So it's a pretty nice change, this one. Obviously Luca Marini is staying on. Maybe he'll be a title challenger next year. So he got his first win last weekend, so it's good for him. Sam Lowe's returning to Grassini. Obviously the team is with 2016, so he used his number from that, so I thought probably suit it quite well. Although I probably should have stretched it down a little bit more. But yeah, I think it looks quite nice. So he's got different leathers this time than last time, so I couldn't just reuse them. So I have actually made a new set. I'm not 100% sure what's happening with Kiefer Racing, Dominic Agata. So I don't think he is staying with Kiefer Racing, although I'm not 100% sure. So at this point in time, I've just kept him with that. Obviously everything should be finalised by the time the mod comes out in a couple of weeks. Marcel Schrotter, again, just staying with Dynavolt intact. And then Tom Luthi making the step back down to Moto2. He's had a torrid season in MotoGP, hasn't he, really? But yeah, with the regs changing, obviously he's quite familiar with the Moto2 bike. I mean, he's been off it for a year, but you don't really forget, you know, the feel of it. They obviously are going to be quite different, but you know, the experience for the weight and things like that is still going to be that's going to be relevant still. Obviously he was a good Moto2 rider, so perhaps he can be mounting a title challenge as well next season. Obviously Bastianini has finally made the step up. Obviously he's still got his leopard helmet, and it's not great. I would have stuck his either his 2016 or his 2017 helmet on. But the Nolan model is different this year, so it doesn't fit. So I have to leave it like this. Because obviously, if you see my other videos, that's what I did with Pecco Bagnaia. Gave him his 2016 helmet. And obviously, Locatelli is also staying with the Italtrans team, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where it's going. Michael Aquona staying with the Swiss Innovative Investors, although I believe they're changing their name next season, but it's still the same team. And Joe Roberts is moving from the NTS to that team. So have a look. Joe Roberts. so hopefully he'll do a little bit better next season. Obviously, the NTS doesn't seem like a very competitive bike, but we do need some Americans coming through the ranks, so it'd be nice to see him do well, hopefully. Ooh, sorry, I've skipped past a few people because I didn't press the button. Yeah, I don't know why it loaded so many Corsi then, but obviously the unfortunate loser of the Moto2 Moto3 World Championship this season, but Marco Bezzecchi moving up to the Tech 3 team for next season. But no one really expected him to be a championship rival coming in, so he's got enough to be ashamed of. He did a really great job, so it's really nice for him. I think there might be something, I don't know, that looks weird. It's probably normal, but that looks a little weird there, so we'll have to have a look. See Philip Ertel also moving up from the Moto3 Championship. I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. He's not done a lot in Moto3, but perhaps maybe he's just a bit too big for that, or maybe he doesn't quite suit his style, so maybe he'll do alright. But yeah, I didn't expect to see him moving up this season. Best of luck to him. See, Corsi is staying at Tasca. I don't think Folegi, I can never pronounce his name. I'm sure you've heard me butcher it before, but don't think Federico is staying. I just haven't really removed him yet. Obviously, Remy Gardner is moving to the SAG team. Stop and go, I think it stands for. If I'm not mistaken. Taking Isaac Vinales' ride. Well, actually, it's not Isaac Vinales' ride currently, is it? But it was at the beginning of the season. So obviously, Jorge Navarro is moving to Speed Up. So it's a bit not the best bike at Speed Up. I mean, it's got a couple wins to its name. Obviously, unfortunately, it got the Motogp win stripped off of him. But yeah, I'm sure Quartararo, as disappointing it will be that obviously he's lost the win. You know deep down that like you rode the bike, and obviously yeah, there was something illegal on the bike, but I don't think he gained an advantage from it. So and I don't think he probably thinks that either. So he'll know deep down that he still rode the winning race there. He'll be partnered by Digi Antonio in this team. So obviously Digi Antonio apparently was in his contract to move up to Grassini's Moto2 team at the end of the season. But then they signed Sam Lowes and didn't have a spot for him, so he had to break out of that contract, which, fair enough for Digi Antonio. You wouldn't want to stay in Moto3 again if you'd been promised a Moto2 ride. So yeah, he's seen Speed Up now. Bo Ben Schneider as well. He has swapped his Mistral, which obviously is going to be retired at the end of this season, so next race will be the last ever outing for the Mistral. It won't be missed. Yeah, so he swapped from the Mistral to the NTS chassis for next season. RW Racing, obviously. They formerly used a Calyx. But I always think that the NTS looks so similar to a Calyx. It's quite funny. Like, they've definitely ripped off the design of the Calyx somewhat, but why wouldn't you, I suppose? I mean, it's the best bike. You are going to take elements from it. I mean, you see that in Formula 1 all the time. Teams copying each other. And I don't know if Stephen Odendahl is staying there. I think he might be. But again, at the moment, when there's nobody else confirmed for the seat, as far as I'm aware, just may as well leave the current rider in there. So, Eric Granado. Don't even think he's with this team currently, so I don't think he's going to be with them next year. And I don't think Stefano Manzi is either. But currently, all we know about this team is they are going to be running MV Augustas, so that's why they're called MV Augusta Ford Racing. You'll still notice that the logo says Suter, but Suter are helping build the bike, I think, so that's why I've left it like that. See, the other SAG bike is going to Tetsuta Nakashima. It's a bit weird to me why the two SAGs aren't next to each other, to be honest, considering they are the... Yeah, if we go back and have a look, I think I might have gone past it, yeah. So, SAG team here. Then there's the Nashi Argan SAG team. I mean, I guess it's in alphabetical order. No, it can't be, because Mark VDS wouldn't be first otherwise. Oh, unless it's like 0.0. Oh no, it's EG. So yeah, it's not in alphabetical order at all. So don't ignore me. I don't know what I'm on about. I guess it's probably decided in the code, because the order's the same even if you put them in a different category. They're still set as a certain position. You don't set it by rider anymore. Yeah, so sorry, Setsuda Nakashima's taken that ride. And Jules Danilo, he shouldn't still be here. I thought I removed him. Obviously, that's my mistake then. But yeah, you know, you're going to see mistakes here and there, but they'll be polished for the mod. Obviously, I'll go through and check the lineup as well before that shouldn't happen. And then finally, Karel Idampawi, obviously moving to the Petronas Sprinter Racing team. I think this livery looks nice. It's one of the nicer liveries I've made, definitely. Sort of took a bit of conversion from the Moto3 livery, see to Moto2. Yeah, put the Calyx logo on the side. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. You can definitely tell in places where the gradient isn't done properly, but I couldn't really do it in Paint.net, and I don't know how to use Photoshop properly, so I don't know. So we may as well do what I did with the Moto3 video and just pick someone to do a demo lap with. I'm not sure who to pick. Let's go Bastianini, why not? Let's select a track. Is this a race? Yeah, it's a race, so I'll have to go to time trial. We can pick the track first. We'll do Valencia. It's still a couple of weeks to the races, so it's not going to be too many Valencia videos in a row. We'll do Valencia since that is the next race coming up. But yeah, obviously the mod is pretty close to being released now. You probably noticed that as it's gone on, I've taken some of the description out where it said it'll be a lot better, because it probably won't be much better than this, to be fair. But I'm actually quite happy with the mod now. I was quite disappointed to begin with because of how I was having to do it, but yeah, now I'm pretty happy with it. So it's always good when you're happy with your own work, I guess. So I'll just do a quick demo lap and then show them off some more, and maybe we'll have a little bit of a mod discussion, but obviously I only did the other video about a week ago, so it's not like I've really I have sort of come up with a solution to one of the problems, maybe. I've fixed a couple of bugs as well in the mod. In fact, I'll mention them because they're not actually Moto2, but it's actually only one bug, I think. But if you've seen any of my Tech 3 KTM videos, you probably will have seen the hands were glitched on the bike. But the right hand, so the throttle hand, wasn't like on the handlebars correctly. It was like bent upwards and just didn't touch the handlebar. That's now fixed. So that's all good. The animations are the same as the works KTM now. Figured out how to make that work, so that's good. You can't create animations, by the way, for people get excited. I just made it load in the KTM skeleton, so the animations are already mapped correctly. Obviously, Ride 3 is coming out soon, so I don't think I'm going to get that as soon as it comes out, because it's coming out quite close to Christmas, so I'll probably have to buy it in the Steam sale after Christmas. But I'll probably do some videos on it. Maybe do a World Superbike mod on this game, using models on that game, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure how like that will go, but it's probably possible, because obviously you can't mod the performance of the riders, but you can handpick which riders you want, that like using milestone performances. So like you could set like Johnny Ray to like Bagnaia or something because of how dominant he is. So yeah. So this is actually a pretty clean lap. I was quite happy with that. 34.5. I don't know how representative that is. I mean, I'm not going for records here, but I thought it was a pretty clean lap. Obviously, I don't like this camera mode filter. I don't know if I've said this before, but I might think about maybe trying to remove this filter in the mod, just because it's crap and I don't like it. But, you can somewhat still see the 54 there, so I'm guessing that's probably the light map. I'm not 100% sure with that, but yeah. Obviously, I just noticed another mistake here. So I actually still got Passini on there. Didn't see that. But yeah, obviously, Ride 3 is coming out soon, so might make a Superbike mod with those models, and that'll be quite good. Also, if it has customization assets in there, we might be able to add bikes to this game. so the issues might not exist in terms of the lack of models available for use might sort of disappear, because I might be able to make the game load in like a Ride 2 skeletal mesh for a certain rider. Oh, sorry, Ride 3. I think I've called it Ride 2. I probably already called it Ride 2. I meant Ride 3, if you're wondering. But, yeah, but to make it load in that skeletal mesh and then just replace it with a skeletal mesh from this game, and make it load a skeleton from this game, so the animations are all alright. It might work. But I'm going to do some experimenting with it, definitely. I might be able to port tracks as well, which will be quite cool, but don't get your hopes up, because obviously I've never tried it, so I'm not sure if it will work. But that is one of the things I'll probably try. So it's Ride 3 could be quite good for modding. Obviously, as well, once I've got the game, I'll try and see if I can get the I'm guessing there'll be a Triumph 600 in there, so I'll see if I can try and get the Triumph sounds onto the Moto2. It's not actually part of a pack file, so I'll probably release it as a separate mod. But I'm sure people will download it if they want it. And obviously I'll make sure that it actually works first, because I also want it. So I'll do quite a lot of videos on the mod as well, especially once it's released. So I'm just sort of doing preview mods videos on it at the moment, because obviously it's not finished. And also I think it'd just be a bit cruel to just be constantly doing videos, be playing it when I've not released it yet. I don't really get into the mood of, like, you know, 2019 until 2018's finished, so once this mod comes out, I'm sure a lot of people will be happy. So I'll still be updating it and stuff. I mean, obviously I know I updated my 2017 mod quite a lot, but that was because there's a lot of mistakes in it. I didn't update the 2018 one too much, so it'll probably be the same. But I'll update it with maybe little tweaks and things like that. If I figure out extra stuff, like to fix it, or you know, if there's bugs, report them so I can fix them. You know, helps everybody out. Helps me out because it means my mod isn't buggy. Helps you out because there's no bugs. So it's a win-win, isn't it? If you already report them, and if you report a bug as well, I'll obviously thank you for it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do want to see maybe like 1 or 2 final previews before it comes out, probably the Motogp class, what you're going to want to see, I'll in fact I think I might have said I was going to do Motogp but the Moto2 instead, but yeah, so probably next week or something. I don't want them to be too close together. I'll do a preview of Motogp, so that will all be exciting. I mean, there's not a lot of changes, but some aero wings and that, because I've been allowed to use those. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash that, well, feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or more Motogp/Ride 3 content, I suppose, when it comes out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next video.